It's cool that we're finally getting a Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. I mean, okay, we saw some gameplay where Cloud is walking around with Sephiroth. That means he's... what? Does he join your party? This is where... I mean, if you guys felt that Final Fantasy VII Remake, the Part 1, was like very different, like some things are the same as in the original, but most of the game is like its own game. Like, I don't know, it should have been called something else in my opinion. I loved it, I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake, I really enjoyed it. It surpassed my expectations, I thought I was gonna hate it, but I didn't, I enjoyed it. No masterpiece, it's like, oh my god, it blew me away, man! No, it's just, a great game, great remake. I prefer the original. However, it obviously went into a completely different direction, not just in terms of gameplay, but also in terms of story. Things changed drastically, there's rumors that a certain character is not gonna die this time, and that a certain other character that was dead, that character is alive. So they're gonna change a lot, they're gonna take a lot of liberties, it's gonna end up becoming its own thing, its own game. And now that we've seen this new trailer, it confirms it. We all watched it and we were like, okay, it looks, what is that? Like a sequel, like, I don't know, Advent Children, the game, or something, And I'm not saying this in a negative connotation, it's just like, well, it's their IP, it's their story, so they are free to do whatever the hell they want, right, with their story. I just think a lot of fans will probably be pissed off about that. But whatever, we saw that, and it's okay, it's cool, whatever. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens, When is it going to be released? Did they give a release date? I missed that because I think it's probably 2023. Or was it this year? I missed the release date, if there ever was one. Or wasn't... there was no release date, maybe? And about Crisis Core, I couldn't care less because the original on the PSP, I played it for like 2 hours. I think some of you were there on that stream. And honestly, it just didn't hook me up. I thought the music was badass, but everything else was just like, okay. I'm not really a fan of Zack, and I'm not that big of a fan of the story in Final Fantasy VII to care about prequels and sequels and whatnot, or alternative universes, yeah. To be honest, I only played Final Fantasy VII Remake for the sake of this channel, and well, I ended up enjoying it, so good, that was great, but the truth is that I only played it because I wanted to make a video about it, because I want to have an opinion on it, but that's just it. Sometimes I end up playing RPGs for the sake of the channel, and I do not enjoy them. I don't really force myself to play them, I kind of like, I want to play something new, something different. And then there's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours later, I'm like, man, you know what? This is not for me. It's a good game, not for me. It's bad, it's terrible. At least I'll have a small opinion on it. On a top 10 maybe. But Final Fantasy VII Remake, I really wanted to play it. And yeah, Crisis Core. I know you guys are such die-hard fans of the game. Good for you, I wasn't. So this remake, it's a remake, right? You know what? I don't really care about it, but I'll probably end up playing it at some point, and maybe I'll prefer playing that version instead of the original on the PSP. Who knows, right?